Hello, my name is Keith Durham Jr. and I am 25 years old. I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota, and after the second grade, we kind of moved to the suburbs. Um, I think my mom wanted some better schooling since the achievement gap in Minnesota is very high. It's more likely for me to graduate and go to higher education to go to the suburbs, so I think it was a good move on her part. And for me, I actually moved back into St. Paul after I got married to my wife, Nicole, in 2019. And in 2020, I had my first daughter. Actually, on New Year's Day, I had my first daughter, which was an experience in itself. And very lucky and blessed. And so blessed that we just had another kid, actually a month ago next week. And my daughter's name is Brooklyn Kyrie Durham, and my son's name is Keith Durham III. And I've always wanted a family in my life, and I'm just very lucky I got to do that very fast and find somebody who I love and cherish and get to marry at the same time. A lot of people say it's rare. I would say the biggest aspirations in my life would be becoming a teacher. That's why I'm attending Hamlin. And really becoming a community role model in St. Paul. I want to be a high school teacher, a high school science teacher, but I would also be an elementary school teacher too, because both are important in their own ways. But I would also like to coach basketball and football at a high school or collegiate level. And my whole big goal in life would really to own a rec center somewhere in St. Paul, so a lot of the youth of the community would have safe places to go, gather, have fun, and stay out of trouble. Because not a lot of kids get to have those opportunities, especially where my parents grew up. They grew up in Southside Chicago, so I grew up on a lot of stories and have a lot of cousins and brothers and sisters actually who get tied up in the law of things. And actually, I'm the only person in my family who has not been to jail. So I feel like that's like a good thing to have in my resume of life. Personally, though, I would say some hobbies of mine would be I love to listen to music. Actually, last year, I looked on my Apple Music account and I've listened to over 630 albums in a year and over 520 something artists. So that a lot of time spent listening to a wide variety of music songs. Another hobby of mine would be I love to play basketball. I never really played high school basketball or AAU or traveling or anything like that. Kind of just went to the playground and just copied everything I saw on the TV. And I would say basketball was a bigger thing for me. Basketball was a escape from a lot of other things I was dealing with growing up. In the second grade, my dad actually was sent to prison for about 11 years. He was sentenced 15, but served 11. And that kind of shook up everything in our household. And basketball was really a good escape for that. And I think that's why I value basketball so much and was dedicated a lot of my time, my younger time, to basketball. And with that came a blessing of playing at the collegiate level for basketball. And they were great years, but I think I'm just going to have those two and keep it at that. And I guess another guilty pleasure I would have that is very uncommon for a younger black male in society would be I like reading and watching manga and anime a lot. So I probably would be in a lot of anime arguments if class was in session, because throughout my first semester at Hamlin, I made a few friends through that connection. And I just feel like, yeah, anime is just a great way to just express creativity and learn about different cultures at the same time, and feel very fortunate enough that I'm able to have access to that as well. And that's a little bit about myself. Hope you have a good day or night. Thank you very much.